What's going on, YouTube? Let's just jump right in it. It's your boy Yella for Yella Entertainment. We're looking at the Pixel 4a, and we need to talk about this phone. So let's start with the hardware. Very solid. I want to say it's a 5.8-inch screen, which is absolutely beautiful. Nice clicky buttons for the volume, for the power button. A really solid fingerprint reader on the back. Good placement in my opinion. We got the amazing 12 megapixel camera. The speakers are really solid on this phone as well. And just the overall feel, the build quality of this phone is very solid. A lot of people aren't gonna wanna put a thick case on this phone. So, I recommend getting the skins, maybe go to D brand or whatnot. But the overall package that you get for $349 is absolutely phenomenal for this phone. So the build quality, no doubt, is very, very strong. Now, it's not IP rated, so don't get this thing wet. It's kind of like a gremlin, right? Don't get it wet. Don't take it to the beach and get sand and all that stuff in it. There's no wireless charging. But those are things that I can live without. I don't know if you can or not, but that might make or break this deal. But let's talk about the software. Google, to me, and this is just my opinion, is right there with Apple as far as the software, the phone just working together flawlessly with the hardware. So that marriage together with software and hardware is as close to Apple as you're gonna get, where it's just so smooth, the way everything just flows, and you just very little stutter, very little hiccups. Now, this is not a 90 hertz or 120 hertz or 144 hertz screen for that matter, like for the refresh rate. But I just don't see the benefit of having that. I don't see where it'll be even better than what you have here because of how this has been implemented, the hardware and the software together. So I can just only imagine what Google would do with a 144 hertz screen for like a gaming phone or whatnot. It would just be insanely smooth with very little to, well, actually virtually no lag. That's what would happen. So software, very, very good for this phone. Hardware, very, very solid for this phone. The camera is absolutely amazing. I won't beat a dead horse. I know you've probably watched tons of reviews with how great the camera is. It's probably the best point and shoot camera that you're gonna get, especially for this price point. So the camera is great as well. Speakers are really solid on this phone. I also have the iPhone SE. I think the SE edges it out as far as the overall sound of the speakers, but the speakers on here are no slouch. All right, so you won't be upset with the speakers. At least I don't think you would. So what is it about this phone and the reason for this title? And I say this is the best phone that you shouldn't buy, all right? Well, it's kind of Google's own fault. They made this phone so good, but then they did this. They put it out there that, hey, we're putting the G in 5G. So there's basically two more, or at least two more phones that are coming out, rumored by the end of September, that you should probably hold out for. Let's just be honest. Okay, so depending on the carrier that you have, 5G is so new to a lot of markets and it's not available in a lot of areas. However, why not buy an unlocked device that is future-proof, all right? So this device is 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, but it does not have 5G. Now, what I am doing, if you look, let me see if it'll show here. I'm using a program or a carrier basically called Visible. So Visible Wireless is the carrier. Shout out to my man, Jay Will, that put me on. And I don't know if it's gonna show it here or not. But I'm using Visible Wireless. So basically it uses Verizon's tower. So it's a SIM card you put into the phone And then it's gonna use that carrier's towers. This phone picks up like the strongest signal out of any of the phones I've been using. So my point is, if you buy this phone unlocked and it then includes 5G, you are now setting yourself up for the next 3 years at least, right? Because Google offers at least 3 years of the updates and you get all the latest software. So why not have a device that's this solid, but also has 5G? And if all you have to do is wait another month, and it'll probably, and we don't know the price points yet. It's rumored for like $499 for the 5G version. Even at $499, it will be absolutely worth it. I mean, this phone is $350. You can probably get it for like $299 because Best Buy is always running deals. But it'll be the same way for the 5G version. When it comes out, even if it's $499, you might be able to grab it from Best Buy or whoever and save like $50 off of that. So then it'd only be $449. So at that price point, having a device this solid and having 5G to future-proof yourself, why wouldn't you do that? I don't want you to kick yourself later by purchasing this phone now and then 5G takes off and you're like, man, that's the only thing I'm really missing right now. I can get even faster speeds and more capability. Why wouldn't I have done that? So, like I said, this phone, if you did purchase this phone, you shouldn't feel bad for buying this phone. I don't feel bad for buying this phone, but I'm also thinking about the future as well. And now that, Google's put it out here, this is such a solid phone, we know for almost a fact that the 5G version of this phone is going to be even better, right? So if you haven't purchased this yet, I would say hold off. Let's wait to see what that 5G offers. There's even rumored that it's a little bit bigger of a screen for the 4A 5G. I don't know if that's true or not. Don't hold me to it. This is just rumors. But I mean, if I had one gripe, if this phone's a little bit bigger as far as the screen and 5G, man, that's just going to be amazing. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think about my overall conclusion. Hit me up in the comments. Did you pick this phone up? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I don't know. You tell me. It's your boy Yella. Until the next one, I'm out. Peace.